Okay, there we go. It was plugged in and ready to go. I was using it earlier even to do a thing, and my mic was working fine. So I don't know. It was on. I had to just unplug and replug it back in. Having a great time. Thanks to watch Streak S Kennedy. Let's do this again. Hello everybody. Welcome to DOScider, our ranking of DOS games. We tend to do this once a week, where I go through a DOS game and then throw it up on our list for rankings for a couple hours or so. If as needed. Some of the platformers and things are a little bit easier to do. And subs and patrons can request a game a month. So you can go ahead, jump into the Discord. It's free for everybody, but Sub Club is a channel in there where you can do all of your requests. So you can get a request in a month. We have one of those requests today. It looks like a very interesting one, honestly. I'm very excited about it, although I have no idea where it'll end up on the list. It's not going to be the bottom tier, because we know what the bottom tier is like. If it was the bottom tier, I wouldn't be doing an episode on just it, but it looks wild. Before we get into all that, though, I like to go through the top and bottom 10 on the list every time, just to kind of give it a quick review. And if you want to see the full list, or look at where any of the episodes are, you can hit !DOS, go to, and it'll give you the links, both to the YouTube playlist, where you'll see the episodes, and the episode numbers are here, so if you want to check that out, or you can go to DOScider.neocities.org and just look at the full list. Alright, so we have, on our top 10, unmoving for the last little while, although not too long ago, 2 episodes ago, we've got Star Control 2, Full Throttle, Day of the Tentacle, Doom, Heroes of Might and Magic 2, XCOM, UFO Defense, NetHack, MechWarrior 2, Mercenaries, Lands of Lore, The Throne of Chaos, and Maniac Mansion, rounding out the top 10. Thanks everybody for being patient today. Obviously it's been a day for tech issues, because we also had my internet was just down for a lot of the day, so I wasn't able to stream. But we're here now, so let's go through the bottom 10. We've ranked a lot of these, by the way. Starting off, we've got Industrial Killers, Muppet Adventure Number 1, Chaos at the Carnival, sorry. Jim Henson's Muppet Adventure Number 1, Chaos at the Carnival. God, I hope there's not a Muppet Adventure Number 2. Mr. Pibb, the interactive 3D game. Snapperazzi, Fortress of Dr. Radiaki. The Flintstones. The Jetsons. First Person Pinball. All Dogs Go to Heaven. And Police Quest 4 Open Season. Thanks, Notepad++. So, are there more Muppet Adventures? I don't think so. I'm almost positive there are not. That was a High Tech Expressions joint again. Our good friends at High Tech Expressions. You know, makers of Jim Henson's Muppet Adventure Number 1, Cast the Carnival. The Flintstones, Dino, Lost in Bedrock. And The Jetsons by George and Trouble Again, as well as Mega Man for DOS, and Mega Man 3, The Robots Are Revolting for DOS, as well as a bunch of others. They're just all over this list. I mean, if you look at like this page of the list anyway, right about here, they're all over the place. I'm pretty sure that was them. I'm almost positive that was High Tech Expressions. Now you've got me curious. Yeah, it got renamed to Muppet Adventure Chaos at the Carnival. And yeah, it was a High Tech Expressions. Yep. So there was no sequels. The Muppet Wiki has a category page for high-tech expressions. I don't... No. I don't know. Hold up. Now I'm curious. Where is this? Give me a link. Oh, it's the Muppet Wiki. Okay. I thought that it was the Wikipedia did, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Okay. That's a little bit... It's a little bit better. Oh, there's quite a few of those. I don't need to stare into my future. Let's enjoy the present. What we can. We can look forward to Astro Grover. Yeah. Yep, we can. Maybe. There's 8,000 of these, so we'll see. In any case, right now, we're going to be jumping into a request from a sub that we had for January. This one from 19 Gay Emus. And it is Dominus by US Gold and Visual Concepts. And this game, it looks like a game. It is an RTS, and it's got a lot going on, from what I can tell. It's kind of the way that I would put it. We're going to go with the CD audio on this one. Shadows of a dark and desolate canyon. Visual Concepts, well known for making McDonaldland for the Game Boy. And Clay Fighter. Also, yeah, all the NBA, like, 2K games and things like that, yeah. Big in the sports games realm nowadays, but back in the day, kind of all over the place. This is a cool screen. This is some nice art. Some of the hand-drawn stuff before that, not so much, but this one's great. Studying in the library. Must make sure your monsters are ready for battle. Oh! Interesting transition. So the funny thing is, I wish that I had this set up earlier. I went and looked in and, like, just made sure that I knew at least a little bit of the commands and stuff. And when it tells you to go to the options right away, and it says, oh, you should probably start as surf difficulty. Sorry, this game is very loud. 1 second. It's like, oh, you should start with surf difficulty. Because it gets real nasty on Overlord. But when I went in, it actually starts out on Overlord. It starts on the hardest difficulty as the default, from what I can tell. Which is very interesting. So the idea of the game is that it is a real-time strategy game, but in the way that it is, you know, in real time and a strategy. That's kind of where similarities end, if that makes sense. So you can see here, there's a whole bunch of options there. We can go here to look at the overview of our kingdom. And you can actually go into chariot mode. And like... Oh no, the hordes are coming! It's... Right, shift-click moves us around. So we're this overlord, and we can do that. Oh. Continue, please. But this is all happening in real time, so while I am looking around my castle, it is actually having all of the enemies attacking me, so I need to do other things. So we have a bunch of different monsters. If you look at each of them, we've got like these cyclopses and these, I don't know, bat guys. But they'll all have like ones in battle, total forces, stuff like that. You can recall them, you can tell them to gather components, create traps, set traps out, do all kinds of different things. Spy on different enemies. Right now, we have people coming in and attacking us, so I should probably do something about that. It likes to just go back to here. M is to the map. How do I get back out of here now? So there's chariot mode, sure. God, what's the escape again? I'm gonna have to start this run over because it is, as I said, all real time. The manuals, all the manuals I could find online are just a notepad document, so I'm not sure if there was just like a readme doc that was the manual for this one, because it is just on a floppy disk. This is kind of a bangerous track, though. Enter chariot mode, recall chariot, click chariot icon. Oh, okay, there we go. So just... It is literally just hit it again. And you can go to each area and look around, send our guy out. So if we wanted to, I could actually just go and fight them myself for now. Ah. Okay. Holy shit. There's a lot of Raveners. My knees. They are weak. I'm not sure if that game overs us or not. There we go, yes. Takes a really long time for that to happen. Ooh, nice fire.png. Okay, well, we looked around a little bit. We'll go back and do more of a real game. Okay, make preparations for battle. So let's go... gather components. For traps, I guess we'll do many? The manual does not cover what, like, the quantity and time kind of differences are. Oh, I guess that's what it'll do, is just how many have to do it. Yeah, okay. I'm deploying. Where have they arrived? Up there? Okay, so that's showing them coming in. There's some coming in there also, so we'll send some more there. And then let's go back to our generals. And we'll send a different group of monsters out to those spots. Again, gather, we'll say both, many, and we'll go anytime. Oh, God. There we go. So there's no way to pause at any point in any of this, by the way. So if you misclick somewhere and you're... Ooh. Wait, what? They're already... Where? Okay. Nope. Please? Why is it going back there? I want to go to the generals. Wait, what? No, I want to... Click on forces to recall. I'm not trying to recall. I want to deploy. Alright, back to our guys. Back to... Okay, and this is... Oh, God. Right, that's the dungeon. Monster Creator? Oh, this is... No, that's the mixing room. So then what's the other one? God. Oh, I don't want to... Okay, I want to recall from an area. What do you mean, no monster? Okay. No, I'm not trying to... So when you recall monsters from any general, but when you deploy monsters, you only deploy ones from that general, which is why it's saying there's none available. Okay, so recall those ones. Oh God, there's so many things going on. There's a bunch here too. I guess I'll send them there. Nope. Let's go back here. Okay, so we've got the interrogation room. We have the place to actually... Yes, okay, they're leaving, sure. We've got all these things to make magic, so we actually need to get the components and look at that. Everything is happening still in real time as we're doing this. absorb spells. We need Duranium. Nope, nope. Okay, wow. There's also a lot of spells. And a lot of inventory. Algar fruit. It looks like... Nope, we do have that. It's not sorted, I see. Oh man, give me some of that devil weed. Oh wait, how do we mix this again? There we go, okay. Just hit the mixing bowl. Right, yes. So this is the mixing room stuff as well. And we can make more powerful monsters by doing that. We can also create traps. Oh, but... Oh boy, all of this is happening, so... Do we have any to deploy? We do, but we need to recall all the other ones first, so we'll recall... This is the easiest mode. Just want to kind of point that out again. This is the easiest mode. Do we have anybody else around? I don't... Okay. These ones have any available? Total forces available. Okay. Good. Nope. Let's go back. I want to go... Let's try and check out the mixing room. So another thing that they do... Mix. Nope. Fuck. I see, it was doing multiples at the time. I don't want to have that many. Oh, how do I tell which of these is which? So, one thing that they mention right away is that all of these... You get them 6 monsters to stand on the pedestals. Each of these pedestals represent one of the attributes that we were looking at here, right? So when it says, like, attack, defense, vitality, speed, intelligence, and magic resist. Those are all represented on one of these pedestals. They are randomized for every run. I guess that you're just not allowed to know? So you're supposed to figure it out? Sure. We did that, right? Okay. No, I just want to leave. Okay, we've created a monster, I guess. We're not being attacked. Oh my god. I can't believe it. Amazing. Nope, we're being attacked. Okay, go back. Deploy. Back to mixing. Okay, we created this monster. Can we send it away? There we go. Let's go to the kennel. How do we look at where the ghast is? I wish I could pause so I could actually see. Get a spell according to Portal Magic, make traps, make them tell, interrogation, the kennels, select a monster for the mixing room. Monster mixing room is also sometimes beyond belief, and the effort is no more difficult than a grandmother's super recipe. For this frightening concoction, you added a new ingredient, hatred during interrogation of a devourer named Pexanori. You found out his clan despised the order. Further questions directed at Order Clan member Nebon revealed that the feeling was mutual. They detest the Devourers. Now Devourer stands in the mixing room glaring at an arch enemy, and they are about to become one. 2 drakes and a brain eater are thrown in to make an extra nasty bean. What will you name it? The monster mixer consists of 6 pedestals arranged around a central pedestal mixer. 5 pedestals draw a specific attribute from the monster standing on it. The attributes are speed, intelligence, appearance, attack, defense. The 6th pedestal multiplies attack, defense, speed, and intelligence to the monster standing on it. The attribute pedestal positions... Yes, okay. Ah! Okay. Hold up. Sorry, we're busy, actually. We've got to... Can't do any research. Being attacked. Oh, and there's more up here. Okay, nope, not that. This thing might be a little complicated. To swap positions, okay. Click on a monster to move it to the pedestal you want. The cursor will become a skull when you have the monster in control. To swap positions of monsters, click the first monster in position to arm the skull cursor, and the second one. When you have the monster's position, click the center of pedestal mixer. The new monster appears, as does its name in the monster created scroll. If you want to name it yourself, click the scroll, type a new name, press enter, and the monster is renamed. Click the monster and the skull cursor appears. Click on layer in the upper right corner of the screen to send the mixed monster to the kennels. Your new monster is now part of the kennel inventory in a cage called Mutants. It is also available in the monster icon in battlefield mode. Only you personally can deploy a mixed monster. In battle, this monster can be identified by a yellow icon. And that's it. Oh, okay. Point the cursor at a pedestal and press the space bar to find the position of each attribute. So we've got mutant, sure. Let's go here. This pad multiplies the monster's attack, speed, and intelligence values. Gives them their speed value, gives them their defense value. Okay, so then we have... No, I want to go kennels. Right, there we go. Wait, why do we have new names on them now? Now we have different ones. Wait. What? Oh, because of... Oh, fuck. Goddamn. Okay, they all have different ones. The Ungarata is... like attack and vitality? Troglodyte? This is a lot to figure out while it's still real time. So it seems like we would not want you on speed. Attack? Sure? And let's do a Drake. Sure. Oh god, it's awful. Okay, sorry, I have to click on it and then click out. So every time that we want to make a mixed monster, we have to do all of that. Okay, gotcha. Oh, we have more. We have more invaders. No monsters available. Do we have any monsters on any of these generals? 3! Cool. How about recall? No, I said deploy. That's not I said deploy. Good God, please. Okay, deploy. Send some there. Let's go. Nope, not that. Fuck. Yes. Except. Nope. I need to look at the map. And I'm gonna go here? Where are they? Anywhere? Where are they? Is this a friend or an enemy? Okay, an enemy, I think. This has got a little, like, ActRaiser to it. I'm not saying that it's as good as ActRaiser, but just the idea, I guess. If that makes sense. Yes, you have to hold shift and then click to walk around. Otherwise, you just attack. Got him. Ugh. Bash him up. Wait, what the fuck is that? Okay, so they do have their own magic. Like the enemies will use stuff. Oh. I guess my fireball there didn't work. This is very... Wow, that is some bad slowdown. Huh. Okay, let's look at the overview. Oh, there's a ton of stuff going on over there. That's awful. Let's go back here. Recall all the monsters. Recall from there. Recall from here. 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 Go back. Deploy. Deploy there. Deploy there. Deploy there. Deploy, deploy. Go back. These guys. Recall. Deploy. Deploy there. Deploy there. Let's have... Maybe we can, like, spy on one of the clans? Sure. Pig guys. Okay. Then these guys, sure. So they have to be on the board right now. Sure, okay. I don't know which ones are which, and how would they... They can only spy on them when they're already attacking me? That I didn't realize. That's very... Huh. Oh, okay, we gotta redeploy everybody. Sorry, new monsters are attacking in new areas. Recall. 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 Back. No, back. Deploy. I apologize. I'm not reading a lot of chat right now because this is like... I feel like I'm patting my head, rubbing my stomach, and like trying to lick my nose with my tongue while also like reciting the national anthem of every country I can remember. In alphabetical order, backwards. This is... the amount of juggling that this is extreme. It is like a Paradox Grand strategy game, but all played real time. Like, here's the thing. Why is this real time? Just like real quick. Okay, so we can actually deploy monsters from here too, as well as traps. So I'm gonna go here. Let's dump our new guys. Oh, no, that's not. Fuck. Right. Okay. I tried to use Wazda for a second, not thinking. I will descend myself. There's one up over here. Oh, they're shooting at me. Kick his ass. Fuck up these bird guys. I mean, while this is going on, I imagine that there's just more invaders happening at, like, a bunch of other spots. So, like, I should probably just leave, which I can just do by doing that. And then I guess see if I can deploy anybody else. Okay, fuck. Got him. The raiders have been eliminated. Wait. Okay, so we beat one of the clans? I think? And these are new ones coming in. I think. Or did we win? Wait, what? Did we lose? We beat them? Okay, hold up. What's the... There's a whole list of controls here. The Raveners have been eliminated. Okay. Go to Kingdom Map, go to Battlefield, go to the map, interrogation room. Oh, there's literally no shortcut for going to the generals where it's everything. Oh, no, W. Okay, sure. Is War Room, I guess. Probably. Oh, it's loading again. Okay, it's loading, I think. Okay. Intriguing. Nope, not recall. Not, what the okay, holy shit, please. Not report, deploy. Not recall, deploy. Jesus Christ. Are we having fun? We're having fun. How are y'all doing? What the fuck, game? Yes, fine, I get it. Christ. Nope, nope. Right, it always starts us out in the top level of the castle. I'm gonna go look here. I just want to like go and help out my boys. I'm guessing that these are these bad guys? I don't... Nope, those are good guys? Well, I mean, my guys, I guess. Wait, who am I? Is that... Okay, that's a good guy. Well, my guy, I guess. I should probably look at trying to do some more traps, maybe? The mixing monsters and stuff seems cool, but I just don't have any time to actually do it. Oh, there's more over here. Alright, we need to war room, recall all of them. Do we have anybody? There's no invaders in the interrogation room. Okay. Let's go to traps. So we go, trigger is a... what do we want it to be? We'll do a bunch of branches. The hazard will be a hole. Sure. There, I have created a bunch of camo pits. I'll put some down somewhere? Oh, it gets so chunky! Whoa, do you see that? The slowdown is very real. Okay, there's also a bunch there, so let's go back to the war room. We've got to recall a bunch of guys. I'm starting to at least get the idea of what we're doing here. The art in this game is very strange to me also. Yeah, I know there's none available. Okay, we've beaten another clan, I guess. Oh, this time we're actually getting the video. I hope it's paused during this. It's really weird to see the castle blow up in the distance, because that looks like the castle that we're protecting, right? Like, right? No, not recall. Oh my god. Not recall. Fine. I mean, we'll recall these ones. Whatever. Alright, you know what? Do our book. Inventory. What things do we want to... Nope, not inventory. Spell list. How about... There, I'll make a bunch of berserk clouds, I guess. What other things can we do? How about... Oh my god. Yes, yeah, I get it. Earthquake. Sure. Okay, there's also the ones northwest. There they are, they're leaving. Okay, let's go. Hold up. Got him. I guess. Nope. Alright, traps are done. Let's go. I'll throw out a Brain Eater and our special mixed guys. And then we'll cast the spell. See, that's kind of cool. Oh, I'm out of traps. Let's go. Where are they? I got it, thank you. I'm trying to find them. Is the idea here that I'm supposed to memorize what all of these different, like, enemies are good against? Because that seems like a big ask, right? Like, that's not... Okay, we defeated another one, I guess. I think that we're winning? I think. I don't know how to interrogate people, because I don't know how to get them. Maybe I have to capture them with a trap? Our castle's blown up so many times. It's too bad that it is the same cutscene for every group that you beat. Okay, so we can pause the game that way. I was looking at the shortcuts. You just can't do anything when it's paused. Like, there's no... There's no other thing to do there. Recall those ones, and these ones, and those ones, and Eternals have been eliminated. Okay, we're interrupted again. Good news, though, I guess. So there's only one group left, I think? They made a lot of stuff for this game. A lot of different characters, a lot of different classes, a lot of different monsters, and like mages and spells and traps, and then you can mix them, which gives you even new sprites. Like, there's a ton of work in this. This is a really good, like, little background track here, too. Okay, I'm gonna pause for 2 seconds. Alright, so we've got... I'm looking at the manual that I've had open here on the other side. Recall from area. Magic. Yeah. Nothing actually tells us what all of those spells do, by the way. Like, you saw how that spell list is absolutely massive. But it is just a lot to figure out that at that point. Okay, make them tell interrogation. I was right. The interrogation room is where you squeeze vital information out of captives. First, you must have someone to grill, capture invaders with net and pit traps, or use teleport or net spells. Reasons to interrogate captives. Find out components of hidden spells. Negotiate agreements with clans. Find out why they're invading and which resources a certain clan needs. Understand clan alliances and enemies. Discover what they fear. So there's supposedly a bunch of different endings to this, according to the manual also. So I'm guessing that you can get them to join you if you interrogate them and give them what they want? Maybe? Interesting. That does mean we should have somebody to interrogate. Cool. Okay, well, we already beat these guys. I would love to hear more about your people. Okay. Tell me how you feel about weapons or die. You are so wealthy. What do you like about... Okay. Let's... Nope, not... Okay, so we crapped out all these guys. Let's go send to the... Can I send to the kennel? Yes, I think. I think we did. Because we can use those in our monster mixer. So you have to do each one individually while you're still being attacked. So then it should be that I can do this. Right, I gotta go to the kennel first. Where would they be, though? The order. So that was one of the guys. Oh, wait, okay. So new groups have been eliminated, sure. I think we just defend the enemy to death. It seems like we just defend them to death. I'll read you what the manual says about victory conditions in a minute. Okay, so that interrupted everything we were doing. Alright, so we've got the order there. The ones that we got were... Raveners? No. It wasn't Devourers. What were they? No. Raiders? No. Devourers. Okay. Haha! We figured out one of the groups. And the other one was Eternals. Where are the Eternals? Eternals! Haha! Alright, we figured it out! I can actually mix a new monster. Sick. From, like, ones that I captured. Like, this is a neat idea. It's a really, really cool idea. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. Nope. Oh, fuck. Okay, so let's go here. And... Nope, nope, no, no, no. Okay, we want... Go to this area. And where do we have enemies? Bunch here. Okay. Sure. And then we've got... So, like, we can interrogate them and find out what they're bad against, I guess? Like, what they're weak to, and then send out the right enemies? Where are these guys that we need to attack? Or defend from, or whatever. Where are they? There they are. Alright, a door. And the hazard is... a net. Sure. We have a door net. Love a good door net. Where are enemies? We have enemies here still. We can find them. Somewhere? There needs to be like a mini-map that shows you where they are. The game is still proceeding while we're in menus doing those things. Yes. It is a real-time game, so everything is happening all at once. Alright, we've put down door nets to capture this guy. There's also up here. And we can go... We gotta re-click on our door nets. Where are the enemies? I think those are our friends, I think. They're wandering around just aimlessly, though. I don't... Okay, we beat another group, I guess. So, like, yeah, as you can see, while we're doing all the menus and stuff, it's all just happening. I love the guy in the middle just doing the kickies. So, Loaf Sneeze, what game publication gave this Game of the Year for strategy? I'm just curious. You'd mentioned it earlier. Okay, so I guess let's recall all these guys. I might as well just try and deploy them from here. I think... Okay, so there's some dead guys there. Is that all of them? Maybe? There's our guy. It's showing there's still something here? Electronic Entertainment. Game of the Year. A strategy game of the year, specifically. Fair. Where? Am I missing something? Where is this guy? Thank you, Americancy. Good to see you, by the way. What? Where, guy? There's still someone there, supposedly. Where? Like, it's not these guys, right? Are these our... No? They're all friends? Okay. Like, because I can't actually tell who we're fighting. Where are they? They figured out my one weakness. They're hiding in the bushes forever, and now I can never win. Shit. They've deployed the Sans Undertale strategy. Okay, it'll be funny if we're just in here and then it ends. What if I'm just mixing spells while that happens? There's gotta be a way through more spell list, right? Because that can't be all that there is. Like, it's alphabetical. Look at how many there are. Also, remember, we can go ahead and interrogate people to get more spells, because there's a ton of hidden ones. There's so many. Oh, it's the arrows here. Those are arrows. Okay. There we are. Let's go... I'm gonna make some nets. Haha. Oh my god, where are they? Yeah, maybe let's just, like... Fuck everybody. Killing my own guys, I don't care. Where is this enemy? Do they exist? It's showing like they're still here. I think it might be broken. Okay, what other ones might hurt everything? Yeah, maybe winner. Yeah, oh, makes all monsters in an area move slowly. Oh, I don't have grave dust, sure. Okay, so let's go somewhere else. So that's not loaded, maybe? There's also all the layers of your castle, by the way, which you can trap all the way through and, like, navigate around and fight through as they manage to get into your castle, is the idea. This is broken, right? This has to be. I think it's borked. Like, what could possibly be left alive? Ilian will remember this. Yeah. Let's interrogate some guys, I guess? Yeah, well, all of this is going on. We should still be having stuff happening in the overworld. Oh. So I'm just trying to, like, do other things and see if stuff happens. So yeah, we can capture monsters and then put them to work in our army, or we can mix them into new ones. That's really cool. There's a ton of neat ideas in this game. Big pig. Chicks. Wait, oh, we gotta click on him and then click on the layer. Sure. I think this is fucking wrecked. I think this is borked and there's nothing we can do about it. I wanted to see an ending. Okay, so we've got like all these little areas inside of walls, so I could like... What if we put some door nets? So this is the idea of what they want you to do, is to like feel like you're setting up... This is kind of like an Orcs Must Die thing a little bit or something. Right? Like... Fuck this, I'm walking around. This feels real stuttery, too. I am scouring this whole thing. And then if this doesn't work, I guess we'll... I don't know. Maybe I can save the game and reload? See if that'll fix it? Disappointing. I really wanted to see what the ending was. Because I do want to talk about that for a minute and what the manual says. Because it's intriguing. It's a really high-minded idea. God, that jerky scroll, though, is just... That kind of hurts to look at, right? Is this it? Is it... I mean, the tree's doing a thing. Is it... Are you a bad tree? Hey, Surge! Welcome, welcome. Good to see Surge After Dark. How you doing? We're doing a little bit of DOScider, my ranking of DOS games. We've been doing this for a year and a half. We're currently looking at Dominus, which is a real-time strategy game from 1994. From Visual Concepts and US Gold. Visual Concepts. Famous makers of things like McDonaldland for the Game Boy, or California Games, or, oh, wait, I think that's an enemy. We're in a bug right now, I think. Is that looks like a guy moving. Am I wrong? There's something there, right? Why did it go there? No, I want to... Fuck. What is that? Is that it? We might have found the bug. What? I can't see him. Oh, God. All right, so anyways, I've been ranking DOS games for a long time. This game's interesting. Visual Concepts, also maker of the NBA 2K games in a more modern context. What are you up to tonight, Surge? I've also been going through, for all of you cool new people coming in, I have been doing a Rogueary, where I'm trying to beat every roguelike that I own. We have 115 games almost. It was Tarky After Darky, nice. And I'm clearing those games out slowly. We've gotten about 15, 16 down. So, right on schedule. I think that that's the bugged enemy. And I think that it's just off screen enough that nothing can hit it. Yeah, it totally is. Maybe they'll be able to kill it and we can get the end screen for this game? Oh, so it's stuck in the sidebar. But yeah, if you want to look at this game, so that sounds like, okay, well, how's this a real-time strategy? Well, actually, this is also what you're supposed to do. You go to all these different areas. You can deploy your monsters in various spots. You have to control all those generals. You can go to each individual spot yourself. Can lay out traps like that. You can go back here. There's like you can mix monsters together to make new monsters. Let's put some brain eaters in with no, but I don't want to do that. I've changed my mind. Okay, there we go. And then there, all these pedestals do a thing. Ooh. And you can combine them into a new monster. Oh, which you then have to send out by doing that. There's traps that you can choose. Okay, it's a bear trap. That sets off a crossbow. I feel like a bear trap is already a trap, but what do I know? Ah, yes, the old bear cross. And while we're doing this, everything else is still happening in real time. Oh, we can land our own guy. This is our overlord kind of dude. But I don't need to be in our castle. I need to go and... Yep. There's that enemy. Spells won't get them, will traps get them? Nope. Yeah, so the final enemy of the entire campaign that we did tonight is bugged in the sidebar. And we can't get the ending. Stop game, pause game. Is there actually a way to leave and, like, reload everything? I don't think there is, actually. Escape. There we go, okay. Okay, let's just do a new game. And then we'll load back up that old one and see what happens. This is, maybe affecting its ranking. Maybe. Okay, escape again to go back to the main screen. Also, these load times are intense. There's a lot of loading screens. And they're long. Alright, let's cast this earthquake spell and see if we can kill him. If this doesn't work, then... Well, I think we just have to rank Dominus. Like I said, I'd really wanted to see an end screen, because in the manual, while this is happening, I'll just read it. Victory or defeat. Well, actually, I can probably even just screen capture it for a second. Win Dominus by defeating all the clans in battle or negotiating a withdrawal. The game is lost when the Overlord is defeated in battle. Note, endings differ slightly depending on the difficulty level. That's it. So, like... What? What do you mean they... How do they differ slightly? In what ways? Truly a mystery. If the game will capture again, that'd be good. DOS games are a bit of a crapshoot for that. There we go. Yeah, so that's just not gonna work. Okay. unfortunate. So on this very easy mode, we were winning, because that was the final enemy from the final clan. And honestly, we had no idea what we were doing. We were incredibly overwhelmed. And we had no problems winning whatsoever. So the very, very early one's not bad for Surf. Let's just go and look at what Overlord would be. Oh, also, even though you can change the difficulty while you're in that screen, like when you go to the menu here and it just says continue game, the manual does say if you change the difficulty while you're in the middle of a game, it will not do anything. Okay, let's send out some monsters doing that. And then we'll deploy some there, and then get a new group. Again, this is all happening in real time, so I need to, like, deploy these fast. Because you can see, like, there's more of them spawning all the time. Oh, wow, we're already out of those. Okay, Nope, not recall. Deploy. Nope, not gather components. Deploy. Thank you. Let's try and make some traps. And then, there should be some enemies here. There we go. Let's earthquake them, I guess. Get wrecked. Cool. Alright, looks like we actually got those. Let's try and lay down some traps here, maybe. We can find out where the enemies are. No minimap for this, too, is also, like, pretty rough. Alright, now we should have some to interrogate. What do you mean there's none in the... We literally captured them. I just watched us capture them. Clone Killer makes one of them fight the other ones. Oh, I don't want to mix. Let's ponder our orb. Here we go. Maybe we need some time for them to come back from, like, Trapland? I don't know. Yeah, it is weird that the hovering wizards are hurt by that. Wow, there are... Look at how many things are going on. Oh my god. No, we don't want to deploy. We need to recall. Alright, deploy some... Oh, we don't have any monsters from that group. We need a different group. Because you can recall from any group... Oh. Who, like, what monsters do we have under which general? I don't know. No monsters available. We just called a bunch. Did they not? Are they only from the back guy? I guess? Everyone else is dead. Not recall. Oh my. Deploy. Not recall. Deploy. I am clicking deploy. Okay, wait. What the? We have some. Okay. Total forces 19. Okay, unavailable 19. Why aren't they unavailable? Okay, let's grab some of these guys anyway. Sure. And remember, we can interrogate them here and ask them about their leader and try and negotiate with them. Like, how do you feel about the other clans? Raiders. Tell me how you both feel about the Raiders or you die. Your threats are useless. Let's talk about you. What is your rank? This is all real time, so people are attacking us as this is going on. I happen to be a fighter. How do you feel about other clans? Mumble something under his breath. Like, is this just random? We would do anything for the Dark Folk. Okay, so they're friends with them, I guess, which... Our hearts are one with the Order. So these guys are friends with everybody. What's going on? Please tell me how you feel about them. I don't want to discuss them. What resources do you like? Tell me how you feel about weapons or die! You must know we are here for weapons. Okay. Send to the kennel. Here. So I'm gonna do a thing. Let's go to rank this. I'm gonna do something a little unprecedented. I'm gonna go to, like, interrogation, I guess. And just to make sure that I'm right, that this is still going on, the manual doesn't fully specify if this pauses the game, so I'm kind of curious. So, like, let's just sit here for just a moment. And, also, pull up our ranking of DOS games. Start thinking about where this goes. Alright, we gotta start at the top, right? Is it better or worse than Star Control 2? It's worse. It's a little bit worse. Ooh, another strategy game. Heroes of Might and Magic 2. Worse. Let's go down a little bit. Maybe a little bit more. Ooh, Commander Keen 1. Cool game. 126. Let's keep going. Okay, I want to see now. Just out of curiosity. Has any of them advanced? Oh, maybe not. Okay, so we've got one there. We're advancing quickly towards the castle. Sure. So I'm wondering if... Oh. God. Maybe while we're in the actual interrogation, it does not. Okay, I just want to see if the game ends while we're in here. Of course, the problem is this will affect its rankings. So I'm gonna I'm gonna wait for just a moment. How y'all doing this fine Wednesday evening? I guess I'll just mention, like I was saying, we're doing Roguary also. Thank you to all the cool raiders from Surge. For those that don't know Surge, Surge is a wonderful streamer. There's Surge After Dark, but there's also Surge Jaeger, a Y-A-G-E-R. And you should follow both of those channels, not just the Surge After Dark. One is a little more family friendly, specifically Surge Jaeger, as you can imagine. Lots of really cool city builders and roguelikes. Does his own like rogue roulette stuff. I actually saw Surge learning about Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup just before we started. Okay, so it doesn't seem like they move in that screen. But if we go to like, oh my god, we get so many messages. Oh. Right. Escape is not to go back. Never heard of this one. I cannot imagine why. It was named Strategy Game of the Year for 1994 by Electronic Entertainment magazine, as was pointed out by chat. From famous devs Visual Concepts and publisher US Gold. So while we're in here, though, this should still be in real time, I believe. And I guess we'll find out. Maybe I'm wrong. So each of the different monster clans are also under a different, like, kennel master. And we've got to know, yeah, okay. So yeah, they're still going now. So while we're sitting here, like, looking at stats and trying to figure out where to mix things, which, by the way, this mixing room, so there's all these pedestals give different defense value, or, like, this one will do appearance, or intelligence, or speed, or things like that. So while you're checking all of their stats, it's all still in real time. And they made it so these pedestals are random every single time. Sorry, yeah, the DOScider ranking was kind of supposed to be over it because I was in the middle of ranking it while this was happening, but it's okay. We were just trying to see if this would actually end the game while we're in here. Like I said, also while we're doing this, like while I'm trying to figure out, okay, so let's build a trap, let's go like a door, and then it goes to tar, sure. I just want to see if we get like warnings in here also. I guess I'm jumping the gun on ranking this thing. No, okay, yeah, it is all real time in these. The only one that isn't is when you're actually in the interrogations and, like, chatting back and forth. It pauses the game there, it seems. But the whole time that we're, like, looking at the spell list, deciding what items we have for components, what we can cast, that is all still real time. So you have to be doing this while also knowing that all of your enemies are currently still moving as you're like looking through and figuring out which components to grab, which new guys to send out. Like, look at the inventory. And then spell list. And these are just our base spells because it does talk about how you can interrogate enemies to get new hidden spells. which sounds really cool. Also, like, way too much. Okay, they are slowly going through our castle. They're all over the place. Okay, I'm actually curious. Another thing is, it does say that, like, some of the monsters don't like some of these invaders don't like each other. We're also using monsters. That's another weird aesthetic choice with this. Is that they're monsters invading our kingdom. So it's like, oh, okay, well, they're bad guys invading our kingdom. But we're also monsters, and we can capture them and use them on our side? So, like, is it just everybody, oops, all villains? Like, what's... Like, I guess. Got him. But yeah, it says like they can end up not liking each other. So I do wonder, does that mean that, like, sometimes when we go in and look on them, are they going to be fighting each other, or are they always friendly? Like, they all have, like, their own randomized goals for components and things they want to get from you. There, we'll spawn some of our own monsters. Ooh, it looks like maybe they cast the spell? I don't know... Oh god, that is so chunky. I don't know which ones, So like, whoa! Whoa, what the? Like... How do we know which ones are, Whoa, whoa, whoa! And I guess we're dead? Okay, we lose. It just spawned them around us. They have their own wizards. Dang, I wanted to see what happened when they got to the top level. I did not expect that to just murder me. Oh, and it skipped the game over. And it's frozen. That's Dominus. We're gonna rank Dominus now. I'm good. I'm good. I've seen enough. I win. We won. I'm free. All right, let's play some DOS music here. Being free feels like winning. The aesthetic of this thing is confused? I mean, it doesn't have to have a story, but it's nice to have, like, a consistent theme, right? Like, are we the bad guy fighting off a bunch of invaders? Are we, are we like an overlord fighting off a bunch of, like, heroes trying to take over the kingdom and, like, win it back, like, conquer the Dark Tower kind of thing? That would be a theme. Or is it the other way, where there's, like, ravening hordes coming in and we're trying to protect the people? But no, it's just monsters versus monsters? Like, which doesn't fully make sense. And then we can recruit them, which, like, okay. I mean, it's a neat idea. The other thing, too, is that the actual art for this game is wildly inconsistent. The intro little cutscene movie, monsters can't fight each other. They can if they're my monsters fighting their monsters, but I guess that they're the different clans, as they were called, that are attacking us don't seem to, even though it does talk about how you can interrogate them to find out if they don't like a different faction, with the implication that you can, like, murder off that faction to appease one of the other groups. Because you can negotiate with them and tell them to withdraw. And that can work, according to the manual. I wasn't able to get that to happen. We did win a game. They're not terribly long games. Like, it's basically a run-based game. Like, we won a run in, like, an hour. Less? So it's pretty short if you're doing easy mode for sure. Like, really short. But, like, so, anyways, I was talking about the art. Like, the intro cutscene looks awesome. Like, it looks so good. And the music is very consistently good. But then you get to, like, some of the, like, war room things and different stuff like that, and it's jerky and awkward and just kind of garbage. Like, it does not look good. So, like, some of the art is really good, and some of them are really bad. Hey, Emus! This is Emu's request. Sorry that you missed it. Yeah, you'll have to check out the VOD. We're right in the middle of talking about the end of it. Beyond that, it's also really buggy. There's a lot of problems there, and there is just way too much to juggle. Way too much to juggle. I would love to have been in on meetings for this game. Because why does it have to be real time? Nothing about this game makes me think real time. And every single part of it being real time makes it unbelievably nasty. It's so much worse for being real time for that. Like, you can have the real time moments. Like when you actually go from world map into an area and then they're moving around and stuff. That's a great time to have the game on pause. But like when you go back to your castle, it should just auto pause so that you can like do interrogations and mix up your monsters and like look at all of the screens and stuff. It's neat that it's got the real time to an extent, but then it needs to have, it's at odds with itself, because if you're going to do the real time thing, that's fine in a way, but you have to have way less screens. Like, I mean, here, let's go back for a second. Like, if you're going to do that, it's a really cool idea to have it be real time and have that strategy side of it. And that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But then it needs to be streamlined. They have two different games going on here. See, like, okay, this does not look good. Also, just for the art side of things. Like, I don't love this art. It's not the worst, but it's not like... This is pretty medium. But then when we get, like, here, this art's really good. And they had, like, an animated scene go over top of all of this, which was really neat. But here's where I wanted to just talk about, like, the... This is a game that I could talk about a lot, because it's really, really, really interesting. So, if you want to have this be real-time, that's fine. But then having 4 generals, all with their own monsters, right? Like, they all have their own monsters, and they can't deploy monsters from their other factions. And those factions, like those monsters, are all listed here. There's 8 different kinds. There's 8 different kinds of monsters in this faction. And, like, they all have different stats as to what they're good at, what they're bad at, like their magic resists, things like that. So then they're good against, like, different factions of enemies. Each of these individual ones underneath each of those 4 generals. But it's all real time. Why can't it... You need it to just be one faction of monster. It just needs to be like, okay, there's Cyclopses, or I guess they'd be Troglodytes. There's Troglodytes, there's Reptons, there's Golems, and there's Mummies. That's it! Just those. So you don't have all of this extra stuff, because having to menu through all this, even if you knew these stats off by heart, the idea that you would have to, like, menu through all of these and figure them out every time. And then same with, like, make the traps. Okay, what trap? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like, there's 11 different... And then there's... You mix that up with how many different kinds of hazards? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10... So, okay, so 10 and 10 for hazards and traps. Then there's the spells. And there's... Good lord, who knows how many spells? And they're all different. Like, you can't have this side of things. This is really, really neat. I love that there's all these spells and all these components, and that you have to collect them all. You'd have to, like, find the components, and you'd have to, like, check your inventory and tell your monsters to go out for specific components, which is all in here. But that side of things is wildly counter to its real-time side of things. It's doing 2 different things that are at odds with itself, right? This is 2 different games, and they're both cool games, but they can't mix. They don't work together. You can't have it be this many spells, this many units, all with stats, all with components for the spells, all with components for the traps, all with all that stuff, and then also be the real-time stuff. You can't do both. You just can't. And I think that we proved that by what a nightmare this was to play. It's a mess. It's a disastrous mess. It's an absolute nightmare game. This thing sucks. It sucks so bad. I absolutely hate this thing. And yet, at the same time, I'd love to see it remade as either side of it, or even both. Yeah, it's a fascinating mess. It's a total disaster, start to finish. Nothing in it works. Nothing at all works. It's totally at odds with everything it's doing inside of itself. All of the controls are a mess, like walking your guy around, you have to hold shift to move him, and then like right click does an attack, and left click does a different attack, and it's just... And then you've got to use the menu sidebars at the same time, and it's just like, ugh. Like there's 4 different overviews for looking at a single screen, because there's a more zoomed out one when you're actually laying down traps or doing spells. There's a zoomed in one when you're walking around. There's like the actual overview when you're not quite in real time because you're in like the higher level above and you can like deploy monsters through that. Then you can go back into your castle. Like it's just way too much. It's so much. And it would have been a really, really cool game if they had done either side of it and just focused in on it. And it's, like I said, I'd love to have been in the meetings where no one said, cut this. Someone somewhere needed to turn and look at the other person and go, no, you're not allowed to put anything else in the game. Just slap their hands. Like they needed somebody to smack a desk. Go in there and just like, put your hands on the desk and go, no, focus, stop doing it. You can't put in more. There's gotta be less. And I'm sure that that's part of why, like, the art style and quality of the art is wildly inconsistent. Why you have problems like the actual, in combat, kind of like moving your guy around camera is unbelievably jerky. Like, just stutters all over the place, which just feels vomit-inducing. And then other sides of it look really good. But yeah, I'm gonna go against Electronic Entertainment Magazine. I'm just kind of curious, like, how big was Electronic Entertainment Magazine? Oh, it was literally a one-year magazine. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe, from what I can see from archive.org, it seems like it's just got the one. Because, man... Oh, no, it went back there 2.5 years later, so no, it was around for a while. They just kept on renaming it a different few times. Like, it was Electronic Entertainment, Electronic Games, then PC Games. This was their strategy game of the year for 1994. And once again, 94 in video games. We just gotta look at that again for just a moment. XCOM, UFO Defense, Master of Magic, Warcraft, Orcs and Humans, Settlers, huh, yeah, there might have been some better choices, I think. This is one of those games that just kind of arrived on your computer. Yeah, that's definitely a thing that happens for sure. I've had a few of those myself where I'm like, I don't know where I ever found this thing, but... Okay, let's get back to actually putting it on the list. I could talk about this thing forever because it is one of those games that just... You can see the potential. You can see where it would have been really rad. And I think that some later games maybe get some of it. Like, it does feel a little bit like Orcs Must Die, which is a pretty neat little game. Like, it maybe a bit Dungeon Keeper. Like, there's some later games that I think are in this vein that just do it a lot more focused and a lot better. This thing is a disaster, though. Like, it's dire. I don't know how far down we need to go here, because we're getting to, like, Plague Maze of the Mind, the adventure game where you're, like, shooting spiders because you're in the future doctor's mind maze, doing adventure puzzle stuff to try and save patients, and that game is also a mess. Kind of want to compare it to XCOM because the capture and interrogation of monsters. Yeah, no, it's very much, I mean, also it's got some of that real-time moments to it, right? XCOM is also wildly complicated and has real-time stuff. But XCOM does it where, like I said, it gives you breathers, where there are times when it's not just coming at you all at once, and you can spend a moment to, like, look over your bases, plan things out, hire people. Like, it pauses for all those kinds of things so that you can actually plan and then go back to the real-time side. Yeah, this is just like, it's funny that it came out the same year as XCOM. Because, yeah, in so many ways, it feels very much like an XCOM. But also, just so much worse in every respect. I can't rate it higher than The Town with No Name, because that game is terrible but very fun to play. I do think I'd rather play this. I will say, it feels more like Dungeon Keeper to you. Well, like, that's the one side of it feels more like Dungeon Keeper. Like, the real-time combat does, but, like, interrogating enemies, recruiting new monsters, mixing them up, all of that stuff sounds... That sounds very XCOM, right? Half of the game is Dungeon Keeper. Half of it is XCOM. That's kind of how that's maybe the best that I can do. Also, that's a really generous interpretation of this game. I think that this is better than Mega Race. And I know that that's wild to say, because Mega Race has Lance Boyle and some wildly cool FMV. But also... boy, this one's just really, like, Mega Race is a mess to play, start to finish, in a way that even this isn't. Like, it's not fun to play at all to me. This one, I want to try it again. I want to, like, learn it and get better at it. It almost feels like if you knew all of the stats off the top of your head and knew the, like, this monster has good defense and this one has good intelligence, and you could, like, mix the monsters faster and do all those interrogations and, like, find new spells, that would be really satisfying. It just feels like not worth wrangling all of the menus and stuff to make that happen. I really admire this game for what it's trying to do. So I'm gonna put it right above Mega Race, actually. It's 107? 108. Whew. Episode 108, Dominus. Congratulations for being a top 225 DOS game. If this was just one of the halves of the games, either side, honestly, I could see it being up here. Like, that's the sad thing about this game. It's not that it's such a disaster. I mean, we did have the bug that made it impossible for us to finish the actual game, even though we had won, which was awful. Like, there's definitely some really bad bugs in this too, but it's a death by 1,000 cuts. It's a really, really neat idea. A ton of really neat ideas that by the end of it just becomes a slurry of awfulness. I like cinnamon, and I like banana, and I like, you know, like, marshmallows, but I would not make a cinnamon banana marshmallow dessert. Like, it's that kind of thing. And I like Brussels sprouts, and I wouldn't put those in there either. I wish that there was somebody that could look back on this fondly and pick it up and redo it. Because you're right, this game absolutely deserves to have one of the sides of it polished down to make something interesting. Because it's so close, if you just separate it out, to being really neat. But unfortunately, that's where we're at. We're at 224. Not the worst, certainly not the best. Cinnamon and banana marshmallow dessert sounds like it's maybe doable. Fair enough. I don't know. Doesn't sound good to me, but maybe. Maybe there's a way you can do it. In any case, thanks for sticking around. I do appreciate it. We'll be back with more DOScider next week. If you're a sub or a patron, remember that you can put in a request once a month and I will rank a game for you. If you're not a sub or a patron, you can still stop by the Discord. It's still free. There's just the sub club channel that's for them. And we'll be back with some more rogue clearing, roguery challenge stuff, starting on Friday again. I'm going to be off tomorrow, so I won't see you then. If you like the stream, those follows mean a lot. You can always check out the podcast. And if you want to see the whole DOScider list, you can go to DOScider.neocities.org, or you can go to that YouTube playlist that I just linked. And you can look at the episode numbers here, so you can figure out why I ranked Lands of Lore, the Throne of Chaos, so high. Because it's rad. It's a great game. It's the first voicing of Patrick Stewart in a video game. Other than that, thanks for stopping in. Do really appreciate you being here. And I will see you later. I'm going to host you on over to somebody else. Thanks again to Surge for the host. And don't go away. We'll figure out who we can stop by.